Hey, what's going on, guys? Goose here, man, and I'm coming back at you on the video, and we'll be going over the Notre Dame football schedule for 2020. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, ring the notification bell, click all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up if you please, as we'll be going over the, like I said, going over the Notre Dame football schedule for 2020. And if you look over what they have coming back on offense, of course, they have Ian Book. He's a fifth-year senior, and he's in his last year of eligibility. But they have a senior quarterback. They got a senior running back in Jafar Armstrong. Also, another junior running back in Jameer Smith. And then if you look at the look at the offensive line. They have a hold on, there it is. Their left tackle is a fifth-year senior. Left guard is a senior. Center is a junior. Right guard is a fifth-year senior, and then a right tackle is a senior. So they got a lot of talent returning on the offensive side of the football. Of course, you have your whole offensive line basically returning as Notre Dame trying to maybe push back and get another playoff spot. As last time they played Clemson, didn't work out too well for them. But let's go over and look over the schedule here for the Notre Dame football team. It's going to be on the right in the 2020. Of course, they show this graphic shows the 2019 schedule also, but they're on the right. They have Navy starting off the year. Navy. This game was supposed to be played in Dublin, Ireland. I highly doubt that this game we played in Ireland. The college game day was supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a big week 0 matchup. But I don't think this is gonna. I definitely don't think this is going to take place in Dublin. But where is it going to be played at? Are they going to move it to Notre Dame? Are they going to play it at Navy Stadium? Who knows? That's a very good question. Where are they going to move this game to? But it's going to definitely going to have to move. As the Navy was 11-2 last season. Navy, they know they've had a great past 15 years seems like they've always winning close to 10 games a year. Um, Yeah, so okay, then we got Arkansas. Arkansas next on the schedule. Arkansas finished 2-10 last season. They fired their coach Chad Morris. Got a new coach in Pittman. Pittman was the offensive line coach at Georgia. And now he moves over to Arkansas as he's trying to make Arkansas respectable. Arkansas has been a bad football team for several years. Ever since Bobby Petrino got fired from Arkansas. Arkansas has just been not very good. It's interesting to see what Pittman can do at Arkansas. Then they have Western Michigan. Western Michigan finished 7-6 last season. Another team that's decent in their conference. They go to bowl games every now and again, but as Western Michigan finished 7-6 last season. And let's see, next on the list is the Wake Forest. This game we played in Charlotte as Wake Forest finished 8-5 last season in the ACC. That was a total record. So this game is a neutral site game for Notre Dame as they will play Wake Forest and Charlotte. And the next following week is they got Wisconsin and Green Bay. Man, another look at these outstanding games that we might be missing. If there's no college football, it's Wisconsin in Green Bay. That's going to be in Lambeau Field, and this game would be packed. This game would be packed to the rafters if this game would be played. As Wisconsin finished 10-4 last season, they went to the Big Ten championship game, lost to Ohio State, as they had a lead, and at halftime, but Ohio State just overpowered them in the second half. As Wisconsin lost to Rose Bowl to Oregon, but another good football team. Historically, Wisconsin's very good as they finished 10-4 last season. And this will be a neutral site game for the Irish. Next on the list is the Stanford Cardinals. Stanford Cardinals finished 4-8 last season. As Stanford, they were good for a while with Harbaugh, and then they had McCaffrey over there at Stanford, but they've been starting to slide off the cliff. They're not as good as they once were as last several years. So Stanford comes to Notre Dame, and they were 4-8 last season. Okay, next on the list is at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was 8-5 last season. Yes, Pittsburgh had a winning record. As Pittsburgh is just basically a middle of the road ACC team. So they finished 8-5 last season, although they did beat UCF last season and stopped their big win streak, or in a regular season win streak. All right, then we have Duke. Duke finished 5-7 last season. I mean, Cutcliffe's a good coach, but it just seems like Duke is started to, they're just, I don't know, just you don't hear much about them anymore. When I say much about them, they just you don't hear the name, you don't hear the name much anymore. So Duke was 5-7 last season. So let's see. The next on the list is Clemson. Clemson finished the season course 14-1, went to the national championship game, lost to LSU. But Clemson has won what 2 national championships in the last 4 years. So I mean, this Clemson has been just I mean, they're just a very, very good football team right now. And hopefully the season gets played, because this game in early November, on November 7th, should be a good one, as Clemson comes to town to play Notre Dame. As Clemson, of course, 14-1, and hopefully this game gets played. I think this game will be very, very. This could be a good matchup. All right, then we have at Georgia Tech. At Georgia Tech, they finished 3-9 last season. Georgia Tech, they're trying to revamp their whole football program, as they were, Paul Johnson was there for, it seems like over like 20 years. He seemed like he was there running that triple option. So it's going to take Georgia Tech several years to get the recruits that they want in to run the new offense that they need to run to be successful in college football. All right, next on the list we have, we have the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville Cardinals finished 8-5 last season in the ACC. So another home game for the Irish, and then they close out this season at USC. USC finished 8-5 last season. Big year for Clay Helton, as USC's been down. Another football program that has been down basically since Pete Carroll. Since Pete Carroll left for the NFL, USC is another football program that has really not been as dominant as they once were in the 2000s. So there you have it, guys. There's your schedule for Notre Dame. As if you look at the schedule, where could be some hiccups? Of course, Clemson. I mean, that's a definite loss, maybe, for the Irish. But if you look at it, Wisconsin will be a tough game over there in Green Bay. This is boring. College football is actually being played. Not really sure about the fans. That's another big question, is the fans. I seriously doubt that they're going to allow full capacity for these college football teams. I seriously doubt that's going to happen. At USC, I mean, if USC would ever get their stuff in order, they could be a dominant program in the Pac-12. But they just Clay Helton, for whatever reason, Clay Helton has just not gotten it done. As maybe they should have hired Ed Orgeron several years ago before he went to LSU. I guess USC they wanted to hire Clay Helton. But that is, guys. So we got Navy, Arkansas, Western Michigan. You got Wake Forest and Wisconsin. Both of those are neutral site games. Stanford at Pittsburgh, Duke, Clemson at Georgia Tech, Louisville, and then at USC. So basically, for Notre Dame, they only really have 3 true road games: at Pitt, at Georgia Tech, and at USC. This is a very, very favorable schedule in my eyes for Notre Dame. They should go at worst 10-2. Now, of course, 10-2 is not going to give them in the playoffs. 10-2 won't give them in the playoffs. I mean, like I said, Clemson will be a tough game for them, and they might hiccup against Wisconsin, maybe, because that's kind of a road game. But I do think Notre Dame will have I'm saying if this was a full house, which it's not going to be, but Notre Dame would bring a bunch of fans there. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in this comment section. Where do you see Notre Dame ending up? I say about 10-2 is my guess. Of course, if you got the easy wins, you got Arkansas, Western Michigan, Wake Forest, Stanford, Pittsburgh should be easy win for Notre Dame. Duke, Georgia Tech, Louisville. But That remains to be seen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What you think Notre Dame's record will be at the end of the year. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you next time.